Good afternoon. It is Friday, March 13th. I just got off work, and today I guess it's time I've got to at least acknowledge Covid-19. I'm not particularly concerned about the virus. Admittedly, I wish I wasn't going through whatever respiratory issues I have been for the last few weeks when it came, because obviously that leaves me a little more vulnerable, but for the most part, However, I live in the greater St. Louis area. We've had a few confirmed cases. We've had some people that have been exposed to some people with confirmed cases that haven't made the most considerate decisions. And that's causing people to panic. And that's the virus I'm much more worried about. Coronavirus, whatever. Panic, that's a scary virus. So, at this point, I guess I'm acknowledging there's at least a possibility that the government is going to continue to shut things down. I might have to go sometime where we don't have access to, you know, grocery stores, where things are not obtainable, where some utilities go away, where whatever it may be. You know, it's like, that might happen. And so I guess I have to prepare for it. So I'm gonna try and do some shopping now on my way home, which is an ordeal in its own thing from what I hear. I've largely avoided the stores since this, because it's supposed to be a bit of a hassle, and I don't like going shopping when it's a hassle. But I guess I need to get some things. If nothing else, I'm out of water. I need to get water, even if it weren't for all this ordeal. Starting at Sam's Club, and with how crowded the lot is, wish me luck. I've heard bad things. I just hope they have the water. That's what I was afraid of. Great. Looks like people have made a cart return back here where there's no water. I'm like, yeah, I'm not waiting in those lines if I can't get the main thing I'm here for. Oh well. Let's try other places. Oh, I will show you toilet tissue. Which fortunately I have plenty, but that's here. As in this section here. Yeah. So that's empty. Okay, now let's try Schnucks. Just the crowd in the lot doesn't seem nearly as crazy here, so fingers crossed. I just gotta get some water. There are other things I want to get, but really water. That's what I need. It's twice the price, but you know what? They have it. I'll take it. I just find it funny. Bath tissue again. I'm starting to be really glad that I'd bought in a case just before all this happened. Alright, so that wasn't so bad. I spent twice as much as I would have otherwise done, but whatever. It'll last me. And I also grabbed one of their Schnucks brand's waters in case. And it was cheaper. Whatever. Now, I'm also going to go to Aldi, but with anything there, it's kind of, if they got it, great. If not, oh well. So. And the lot is very crowded, so it's going to be busy in there, which I dislike, but I got some things I got to get at Aldi, so. Yuck, that is way too busy. I don't like being in groups of people. Canned good options are severely limited. Not much bread left. As there's the other side of the bread thing, I guess a French baguette it is. And it's just fun. Pretty limited selection on meat as well. I guess if you don't want shaved steak, you're kind of SOL. Kind of a mixed bag. A few things I don't get very often, but whatever. It'll work. And I could spend about half over what I usually would in a single trip. Again, but a lot of it's stuff that'll last. And so I figure I'll get it now, and it'll restock some stuff that can just go in the cabinets if need be, as long as I'm smart about the order that I use it. All right, and I've got things brought inside, taken care of. You know, there were, of course, a few things I wish I would have been able to get that I wasn't. There were plenty of things that they just didn't have. But you know what? At least I've done due diligence to get what I can. If whatever government declares pandemic and just starts shutting things down and blah, 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 I should survive it at least. Otherwise, heard from Nick. Sounds like he's got a new place to try. So he's going to come over and we're going to go get something to eat. Alright, so Nick has found this pizza ranch buffet. So still just trying to figure out something to make up for the fact that we lost Pizza Street. Now obviously we did get a good Mexican place where it is, but it's no nice buffet, so just seeing what we can do. Okay, now, to begin, it looks good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is more than we could say for whatever the last place we tried. Yeah. So there's at least that, and also they had the cheesy sticks, so that's good. And they have a stuffed crust. Who doesn't want that? And they have fried chicken. And you know, it may not be like chicken wings kind of thing like the last place, but you know what? It was included in the price. It wasn't an additional charge. Here's something I like. Go back up there second time, and like half the pizzas are different than they were the first time. More variety. And I'll point out what Nick got because I'm gonna fill up before I get to try their salad bar.
And I've been purposely limiting stuff to try most of it.
And I'm very stuffed, but I did want to at least try they have a taco pizza and they have like taco sauce over there, and I'm like, that looks fun. So I'm gonna try that before giving it. We're gonna pull out the camera, and that's where we talk about it. Like, you know these things by now. Mm-hmm. Yes, I quite enjoyed it. Yes. There are some downsides.
It is way.
Yeah, it's far. I mean, basically, it's going to the Ren Fair. It's a drive.
It's still only like 25 minutes, though. We've done further.
Yeah, we've done further. But as far as something to replace Pizza Street, it wouldn't necessarily be the same. Also, definitely more expensive. It's like basically $14.
So twice as expensive as Pizza Street.
Yeah. But they, you know, in addition to the pizza, which they changed, like each time I went up, like the second time I went up there wasn't all that much pizza. And I was like, what's going on? They're running out. And then I went up there the next time, and it's full again, but it's all different stuff than the first time. And as someone that does the pizza buffet because I like variety, I quite appreciated that. And then there was just other things. There was chicken, and there was like larger salad bar than Pizza Street's ever had. There was a soup area. There were desserts, and there was ice cream, but I was too full by then. That taco pizza was definitely the end of it.
Yeah, they had home fries and fresh potato chips and fish sticks, but they had fried chicken, and they also had mashed potatoes, which were instant but still tasted good, and had gravy, which was good.
Yeah, and they had a pasta. They had like a whole section other than just pizza. It's probably about 2/3 of it ish was like a pizza.
I'd say half pizza, then a quarter other food, then a quarter salad bar.
Sure. But yeah, it was pretty good. Definitely see coming back to this one. He was saying, you know, almost like replacing Golden Corral, and I'm like, yeah, at least at times, yeah. It's further, but you know. And he's like, well, you don't get steak, and I'm like, well, what you miss out in getting steak, you save $6 or whatever on. So at least some of the time, yeah, I could definitely see that. That's one that I would probably like to return to again.
Versus our last experiment with this. This place kind of smells and it's not very good.
And they charged me extra for wings that, for the longest time, I wasn't sure they were ever going to come. It's like this place, like everything, like the drink is included for that price. Like there's no, I'll just have water option. It's here's your price. You get what you have, and there's, you know, coffee options or things like that as well. And
that was also an interesting thing. The first spot in the pizza one is you walk up and you tell them what you want, and they'll make that pizza and give you a couple slices, and then that first pizza will go into the next slot of, here are our customer created pizzas, tell us what you think.
Yeah, and there were little buttons if they were running out where you could tell them, hey, you're running out. Which, I mean, if I went there often, I guess I'd use, but otherwise I'm just going to ignore and assume that the regulars do that. But quite fun. Now we have, like you said, like a 25-minute drive home. Home. That's fun, and I feel quite accomplished today. I feel pretty good about today. Because I managed to do all the stuff to make it feel like, okay, I'm good if society decides to shut down on me. And then still get to go out and have fun with Nick. That was nice. That was fun. Still probably got an hour, maybe so, before really gotta be in bed, but I'm just gonna get some rest. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.